So according to the map, and it's only given us some information for around that 1954-1955 period. I've tried to type in prior to that, and I can't find any information about the 40s, the 1930s and 40s yet. It's not up there. But it's looking like if we beg your pardon, if we were liberal prior, it says that it was dominated by the Liberals, right, for the whole start period. The whole this West Riding County Council, it was dominated by the Liberals up until when it started to change. So according to this map, it looks like we've gone into these sort of independence. There was all these people weren't on the Tory side or Labour side. I don't know what happened really to this Liberal movement, but it was solid Liberal. It says it was solid Liberal, but we ended up going over to independent people who didn't represent any party, right? There was a few Conservative areas, but the thing with the Conservatives is that the Conservatives seem to protect countryside, particularly look at Dorchester, for example. Then you've got that Barrack place, and then you've got all these Sedberg and countryside places. So you've got this big Labour movement, which is sort of kind of centred around the sort of Barnsley and Sheffield sort of areas, right? And what it's actually doing is it's starting to come into our area that isn't really Liberal anymore. It was solid Liberal, but they didn't go over to Labour. They sort of went into independence. And then what happens is this Harrison guy actually gets into Dalton itself. Dalton's actually the defined area, not Huddersfield. I find it rather odd that you've got Brighouse 1 and Brighouse 2 and Castleford 1 and 2. What does that mean? It's got like Brighouse North and Brighouse South. I don't understand why you'd have a Brighouse North and a Brighouse South when you've got like these massive areas like Sedberg, which cover a huge area. It doesn't seem right. It seems very, very unusual. So you've got Home Firth and Mirfield are separate, but then you've got like Dalton, but they're also close together. That why would you have three voting areas there when, you know, you've got like Skipton or Settle or Sedberg, which is way, way, way out, and they're just massive areas. So there's something going on why I'd break up the areas so much around there. So what happens is that I am right. It is the Labour Party that come in and they sort of get it. They get the area, and then to celebrate it, they take it out. You know, but you know, but are Labour acting on behalf of the Crown? This is the thing. But then you see, we've got the whole coronation, 1950. You know, 1953, 4, 5. We've got the coronation. You know, and we've got this whole Coronation Street theme sort of thing as well. You know, when we get TV going, it's kind of odd. But if you think back to the Imperial Chemical Industries, that Imperial Chemical Industries had already crept up with King George, but he hadn't gone onto the actual site. But I know they're lighting bonfires on there. So, you know, but you know, the Royals are meant to be the Tories. So it's almost like I think the Labour Party really is there to serve the Conservatives. It's not in any way opposing them. It's doing exactly what the Tories want, but asking for a better deal. It's not any opposition to Conservative plans whatsoever. It's doing exactly what Conservatives want to do and saying, all right, we're going to do this, but we want a better deal out of it. That is what Labour is. It's no true opposition to anything. These independents are, you know, clearly it was holding out. So maybe they hadn't made their mind up, or maybe, you know, it was absolute concrete liberal. Something happened, and I think that they be trying to convert people over to Labour. So if you look at that shape there, Labour's coming in from the bottom right into this central area, and then it's this Harrison. You can't believe it's Harrison, and then you've got stupid Millennium. That's like the Millennium Falcon shape. What's going on here? No, it's Harrison Ford. No, there's actually a little Ford running past it as well. It used to be a prehistoric river. Someone is taking the piss out of us, and it's all to do with these, for voting and elections, it's all to do with these borders anyway. I don't like it. In fact, there is some information for some voting earlier. I'm going to go look at that, but I think it's before 1900. It's earlier than 1900.